Hello, I'm Chantal Nicholson, Chef Patron of Treadwell's. Today I'm going to be showing you vegetarian dishes which we're cooking sous vide for you, family and friends to share at Christmas time. The dish we're going to be making today is slow cooked sous vide field mushrooms with thyme, garlic and Madeira. We're going to serve those with some caramelised celeriac puree and celeriac remoulade. Okay, so if we turn the pan on, put the Madeira into the pan, we're going to reduce that. So keep that on quite a high heat. And we're going to pick some thyme into it as well to infuse it. The reduction will take about 5 minutes. We just want to get it to more of a syrup consistency. It's reduced now to about half. So we're going to start whisking in the butter. Just turn down the heat slightly. We'll start to take on a nice glossy appearance. Always use unsalted butter when you're cooking as well, so you can add the seasoning. Ready to go. So this is a celeriac, not the most beautiful of vegetables, but it has a great flavour, really good roasted and caramelised, which is what we're going to do today. Also good raw, great for a remoulade. So here's one already peeled. What you want to do is make a nice square to be able to do the julienne for the remoulade, and then all the trim we use for the puree. Okay, so light the pan, pop in a good knob of butter in there. Once the butter's melted, add the celeriac, season, and then allow it to caramelise. So while the celeriac's cooking, we're going to prepare the mushrooms. So great to find the largest mushrooms you can find. So we're just going to start by just peeling the outer layer off, and then also just remove the stalk. So per person you're looking at either one really large mushroom or two kind of medium-sized ones. To finish off the emulsion, just add a little bit of microplaned garlic. Okay, so I've got the large sous vide bag for the mushrooms. So place the mushrooms into the bag, and then we're going to pour the emulsion into the bag as well. And then we're going to vac pack that. We're going to put those into the water bath 70 degrees for about an hour. As there's going to be a little bit more air in this bag, we might need to weigh it down. So anything you've got that's heavy, just pop that on top. So while the mushrooms are cooking, celeriac's ready to go now. Beautiful golden caramelised colour. We're going to add the 100 ml of milk to this, blitz it until it's really nice and smooth, pass it through a fine sieve to remove any lumps. So here's the celeriac puree that I made earlier. This is the way you want it to look, really nice and silky smooth. So just keep that on a really low heat, nice and warm, ready for when we take the mushrooms out. So the final garnish for this mushroom dish is a celeriac remoulade. So it's celeriac that's been finely julienned. It's served raw, gives it a little bit of texture and crunch to the dish, adds a little bit of freshness. So we're going to add to it a ranch dressing, which is creme fraiche, good quality mayonnaise, mustard, parsley, and a touch of lemon zest. Don't make this too far in advance because obviously with the salt and the lemon, the celeriac will start to break down, so it'll start to go a little bit soggy, and we want the nice vibrant crunch. The mushrooms have had their hour in the water bath at 70 degrees, so we're going to take those out, and we're going to put them under the grill just to give them a bit of extra heat before serving. Okay, so these have had their 10 minutes under the grill, so now I've got all the components ready. We're going to put a spoon of that hot celeriac puree on the plate. Be quite generous with it. As I said before, it's got a delicious flavour to it. So mushrooms going on. And top with the remoulade. And then just finish with a little bit of thyme cress, just to add a little bit more of a savoury freshness to it. And there we are, Christmas main course done. So our final dish today is a side dish of the humble Brussels sprout. Love them or hate them, this one's going to make you love them. So we've got sprouts and sprout tops with miso butter, cooked on sous vide. Then we're going to finish them with some chopped roasted cashew nuts and chopped tarragon. First thing we're going to do is make the miso butter. So the miso paste into a bowl. We've got 30 grams of miso to 100 grams of soft butter. So we're just going to whisk those ingredients together. Next we're going to prep the sprouts, which is just a matter of taking off the small root attachment at the bottom. If they're quite large as well, we need to halve them. We want them to be all the same size when we're cooking them, so they all cook at the same time. So once the sprouts are prepped, into your sous vide bag, Also add a couple of bay leaves just to give an extra element of flavour. And then the miso butter. I'm going to put half the miso butter in there and the other half we're going to use for the tops. Seal those up. We're going to put them in the water bath for 45 minutes at 70 degrees. Obviously the sprouts are going to take a lot longer to cook than the sprout tops, which are much thinner. So these will go in again with miso butter, but just for the last 20 minutes of cooking we're going to pop these in as well. So the garnish for our sprouts, we've got some roasted chopped cashew nut and then also a little bit of fresh chopped tarragon. So then it's just about taking everything out of the water bath, mixing it all together, and you've got yourself a great, quite simple side dish. So there you have it, our delicious vegetarian Christmas Day dishes. Sous videing is a great method of cookery. It's going to really seal in all the flavours. You're going to get a great result at the end of it, plus it's really simple. So enjoy the dishes and have a lovely Christmas.